The judiciary is part of our society. We cannot isolate them from what is going on in the society. Corruption, of course, you should know, is one that is so notorious that practically every sphere of our society is corrupt. The judiciary cannot be isolated.
According to a 2019 survey by the Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP), the judiciary ranked among the top 5 most corrupt institutions in Nigeria. In the survey, Nigerians reported that with every interaction with officials of the judiciary, there was a 27% likelihood of a bribe taking place. One area that some Nigerians have reported cases of abuse within the judiciary is in the issuance of documents like affidavits for missing documents, change of names, and other related events.
An affidavit is a sworn deposition made before someone who is authorized by law, who must also attest his signature to it as the commissioner for oath. Now, of course, a lot of issues that come up, because as citizens and you walk into a courthouse, how do you know who a commissioner for oath is? What are the procedures you must go through? Now, part of the procedures that are set down in authenticating these documents are that you must pay for the affidavit. There is the issuance of what we call the revenue collector's receipt. That receipt number must also be reflected on the face of the affidavit, showing that the necessary fees for that affidavit has been paid. Then the person who is also signing as the commissioner for oath must be one who has the authority of the chief judge of the state to sign affidavits.
Some complaints have bordered on the issuance of fake documents as against the original ones and diversion of payment to personal accounts as against the government-approved payment systems. To establish the existence of fraud in that area, I pose as one trying to get an affidavit of change of name.
It's a simple thing, just that. When you get the people will help you. Let's start.
Change of name to the affidavit.
The approved government process for procuring such documents is listed in this Commissioner for Oaths office and pasted for all to follow. In the notice, one is required to visit ams.fcthighcourt.gov.ng and follow the procedure listed therein. I do so, and in minutes, a Commissioner of Oaths helps me to get the generally accepted documents, which is issued after paying the required fee of 1,500 naira. This original one is not handwritten, and so I was told if it is handwritten, it is from one of the touts. Many Nigerians who come for documents like these are either in a hurry or not technologically savvy to follow the process, or do not even have internet-enabled devices. Instead of allowing those charged with the responsibility of handling the process to help them, they resort to fraudulent staff, whom this Commissioner for Oaths calls touts, who issue fake documents and sometimes charge even higher.
They are touts. It's a wrong affidavit. This is the correct office. If you give your affidavit anywhere, it's wrong. And they are arresting them. You might be an accomplice.
I begin my investigation at the High Court in Cairo. These touts always loiter around the gate of the court premises, waiting for clients to steal from. As I arrived to the premises, one was at the entrance and accosted me, and I tell him I want an affidavit of a change of name. Without recourse to the online process, he asks me to wait inside an empty courtroom, and a few minutes later, he returns with this and asks me to pay 3,000 naira.
This is where she's going to serve.
Okay.
These two places.
Okay. How much is that?
Is that?
How much is that, sir?
3,000 naira.
How much?
3,000 naira.
And because I did not want to stop the secret recording from my mobile to screenshot the transfer, I pay him cash. He offers me no receipt for payment. He gets the money fraudulently. I get a wrong document, and the government loses money.
If the person is not authorized to take depositions and he does that, he has committed forgery. And you all know what the penalty for forgery is. I think it's about 7 years imprisonment. So it's a very serious offense. If you're not authorized to take affidavits or sworn depositions and you do that, you have put out yourself, or you've misrepresented yourself or your office to be something you are not. And that, of course, has a lot of criminal these things attached to it.
I move to the Court of Appeal and the same scenario plays out.
Thank you. Want to do affidavit?
Here, there is a deal between the security guys and staff who carry out this racketeering, and they share the proceeds.
Affidavit. Change of name.
As I tell them at the gate that I want to process a change of name affidavit, one of them puts a call across to one of their inside persons and directs me to meet the person in question.
The man is wearing white trousers and jersey attire. This red trousers. You see him coming now inside this place.
With a stand with blue cloth.
Ask them where to up. Just
Okay.
climb up. You will see the woman. The woman, I don't call them now. You wait for you.
You know the office number.
The last floor by your left.
As I go up, first floor, ba?
Last
Floor.
Yeah, by your left side.
Okay.
You will see the woman.
As I move towards the main hall, the person I was directed to meet meets me halfway and takes me upstairs, and the deal commences. She keeps me inside a secluded office alone, just like the other guy kept me inside an empty courtroom to avoid being noticed.
This is the passport.
Beautiful man you've got here.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hope you also have big money.
No. I beg you.
Moments later, she re-enters with the document she quickly processes and asks that I pay 3,000. I tell her I don't have cash and would rather do a transfer. I wanted to see the account details and it turned out to be hers. Deal sealed, and I move.
No one.
Thank you very much. Speaking.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I also checked at the Jabi High Court where the commissioners of oath described those dishing out unauthorized documents as touts. But in the same premises upstairs, a tout is processing the counterfeit of the original that they offer. Among the four I got from the different courts, what stands the original out is that it has a barcode that can be scanned to verify authenticity. The passport is not manually affixed to the sheet. The name of the Commissioner of Oath is included, as well as the signature of the deponent, which is also electronically signed.
I still give the judiciary a lot of kudos. Take, for example, the recently concluded case at the Industrial Court, where it was brought to the fore that remuneration of judicial officers had not been tampered with for more than over a decade ago. Meaning what they were earning over 10 years ago is still what they are earning today. With the present economic realities of our time. What 1 naira can buy 10 years ago is not the same thing 1 naira can buy today. So you see, these are things that tend to gravitate certain maybe judicial officers to say, okay, please let me look out for myself, since the government does not want to look out for me. And these are areas where corruption comes in. But if with the right remuneration, the right training, and most importantly, the right recruitment, if you get people who have the passion, who want to do the job, if you get them in, not that because my father was a judge before, my father is a sitting judge somewhere, then automatically I qualify to be a judge, because that is actually the bane of our judiciary. So as long as we get the entry requirement right, every other thing will take shape.
Unless severe sanctions are meted out, things like this will continue in the nation's judiciary, an institution meant to correct wrongs, but actually promoting wrongs.